Welcome to our 10th and final video in our 2-block rocket stove series. It's been a lot of fun. Just before we get started today, let's take you a little bit behind the scenes. This is my little assistant here. It's how we make things happen. Today I'm going to start the fire, but it's going to be using one of my kind of favorite fire starters. Start off in the bathroom. When you take the toilet paper off the roll and you unwrap a new one, take off the paper, put it in here, tighten it up, then run to the dryer, get some dryer lint. We're going to use this just for grins to start the fire today. And to make everybody else happy that's been with us since number 1, I've got some tissue so I don't sniff so much. Got the grills, one of these two, depending on how high you want it off the blocks and what direction you want them to go. And this one will be for the single one. Some fire starters and our little friend, the nasal decongestant here. These, we're going to today, on the 2-block, instead of making some soup or water or something like that, going to do something, like I always say, a little bit different. We're going to make some snickerdoodles. See if we can bake them. This is what it was supposed to be like when we get done. We'll see how close we come. And on the single stove, we're going to make some oatmeal. I'm trying to decide whether, in making the oven, whether to use one of these or use these or these to put on top. And so, as usual, I'll probably just use one of each. Got a fire starter, and this is what we'll make our oatmeal in. And then some assorted utensils. And a water bottle for the oatmeal. So these are my friends. And a new little friend that's in the foreground there. Just one of those little rubber things you can bend in half, and that way I get tired of kneeling on gravel and in the dirt. But let's get started. So we'll start first by starting the fires. I'm going to start both of them, but the one on the left, the half block, you'll notice but they both have holes in them, so we don't have to lift them off the ground. The one on the left is going to be one we'll start with a little fire starter. And of course we got our other little friend, the Wall Street Journal. We'll let these get started, and for the last time, let's check some temperatures. Got about 140 there, 180. That's on the outside, remember. Inside's about 900. $600. About 800. Sorry, not going to burn the hair off my arms for you guys. Okay, let's put some grills on and get started. Now the one on the left, this comes off a regular gas grill. Kind of fabricated the one on the right. And I forgot to show you about another one of my little friends. Got to do this with a cookie sheet. Let it burn a little bit. But I think just for grins and breathing, canted a little bit left, a little bit like that. See if we can get it to breathe a little bit better. But it'll still hold a couple snickerdoodles. The one on the left, we're going to boil some water. Go back to the Boy Scout technique. Recycle your water bottles. We're going to make some oatmeal. Obviously that's too much water, but we'll get rid of enough in a minute. And on the right hand side, one here, they're both about in the middle. I sprayed it with some cooking oil. You might be able to see them bubble up around the sides. And obviously, we've never done this before. To be honest, I don't think anybody has. So I'm going to take one of these pans, this part of a cook set, this bowl, and put them on the top. Make some ovens. We'll start at this mark, and most people say like 6 to 7 minutes. We'll see how long it takes. Let's hope it works. Just for a little variety, I had to feed the fire on the left. So I thought just for grins I'd flip the grill over, because the way we had it to start with, we had about an inch and a quarter, inch and a half off the brick, and so we had more height. Now that turned it over and dropped it down, the water I put in there was pretty cold. Let's take a look and see what the cookies look like. And some of you didn't think it was possible. Look at those. I burned the one in the front, and the one in the back's doing okay. It seemed that the one with the blue bowl didn't seem to work quite as well, whereas the pan, the aluminum pan, the flat one, burned it to a crisp. Thing looks pretty good, huh? Until you turn it over. That's okay. It's a dad's thing. I'll probably eat it. Now the two on the left, obviously, are the ones we experimented with today. The one on the bottom was the one with the aluminum flat bottomed pan, heated up pretty good. The other one was with the blue bowl. Obviously, they're going to cook pretty fast, but with a little practice and getting used to it, you can cook on this. And the water is boiling on the one on the left, which we anticipated it doing too. But it was just fun to see that it seemed to work a little bit better when you got it down lower to the fire. Obviously, closer to the heat, it's going to burn hotter. So let's make some oatmeal. Simmer for a while and thicken up. As we've seen through the whole series, just taking a couple cinder blocks and making do with what you got has been the theme through the whole thing. So as far as product goes, this is what our final thing looks like. This is really hot. But it's good apple cinnamon oatmeal. Sorry, I'm not going to eat the cookies on camera. I'll eat this one. That one came out pretty good. That was made in a conventional way. Now in our post-event examination, you can see the ashes have gone just about down to the bottom. It burned fast. It burns relatively warm, but they burn fast. So you're going to have to keep feeding them. It's good for short little projects like this, but it was a lot of fun. Remember, this is just a novelty. I really thank you for all of you sticking through it, for all these videos. Kind of gives you an overview of what you can do. Just the first in the series, a lot of little projects I'd like you to have in mind, or have in mind, to make over time. So thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe. We're going to come up with some stuff that's different. This is the last one in this series. Like, lots of likes, it really helps. And ring that bell so I can get the next one out. Got something coming up in the next couple days. Thank you again. Bye.